The last time I uploaded a Blue Doffy video was a couple of months back during the release of OP07. Today I'll be sharing the best Doffy list for the OP08.5 format. I won't be going too in-depth on this as the ban list will be effective in a couple of weeks time for both the Japanese and English format. I will however share more about the post-ban list version of the deck and thoughts on the deck in the upcoming metagame. As we all know, after receiving the Blue Doffy starter deck, Blue Doffy has improved in terms of playability and its winning rate has increased, going as far as getting into top 4s in multiple Japanese championships, many flagship wins, and top 8s all over Asia. So what makes Blue Doffy good? It has access to board spam, being able to flood the board using cards like Jinbei and Leader's Effect, manipulate your top deck, has card recursion with Moria, control the opponent's hand with Pudding, and has decent blue removals. However, despite this, Blue Doffy has a really bad matchup against black decks, more specifically CP0 Lucci. We'll discuss the impact of Ennis Lobby ban on Blue Doffy later on. So for this video, I will only be sharing two lists, both piloted by, in my opinion, the best Blue Doffy player. I will link his Twitter page in the description below. The first list will be the one he used for his area championship in Miyagi, while the second one will be the one he piloted recently in the Japanese championship finals. And the difference between both lists is, I believe, just a couple of cards. From here onwards, we'll be talking about post-ban list. Doffy did get a slight buff with the banning of Ennis Lobby. However, black is still a bad matchup for Doffy. Previously, Doffy goes 50-50 with RP Law, so the banning of RP Law is not a great deal for Doffy. The banning of Ennis Lobby, however, as I mentioned, CP0 Lucci is still a bad matchup. It might be easier as it will be harder for them to consistently remove your characters as they will have to use more resources as compared to just tapping a stage card once per turn. So you don't have to worry about the opponent playing their Ennis Lobby turn 1, followed by Brooks the following turn to KO your 4-cost characters. In my opinion, the upcoming format will be more of a board flood metagame. Whoever is able to spam out more characters in a turn will win, and Blue Doffy is really good at doing that. Looking at the current list in OP08.5, there is an argument for reducing the number of Gravity Blade in exchange for Red Rock to deal with big bodies post-ban list. Previously, the Gravity Blade is specifically included for the RP Law matchup. Some would say now that RP Law is gone, we can reduce it. But personally, I feel there shouldn't be any change from the OP08.5 list. The Gravity Blade will still be very useful for the mirror match, Black Yellow Luffy and Reiju, which we will expect to see a lot more post-ban list. With the banning of RP Law, more green decks like Bonnie or Carrot might appear and they might start maining 8-cost kit, which could be tough for Blue Doffy. So there is a possibility of including more Red Rocks or even a 10-cost Kaido into your Blue Doffy decks. With no support cards expected to come out of OP09 for Doffy, I feel the deck list will remain as it is in OPO 8.5, aside to adapting to the metagame in your area. In my OPO 8.5 tier list, I placed Doffy in tier 2 beside Black, Yellow, Luffy and Enel. Post-ban list in OPO 9, I believe Doffy will be in tier 1 along with other leaders which I will talk about in the next video. But for now, with the banning of RP Law, it opens the gates to more decks being viable, of which Doffy has a very good matchup against majority of them except for a couple. I have some prediction on how Doffy might do against the new leaders. I will quickly run through them without going into too specific. Against Shanks, Doffy wins because Shanks doesn't exactly have a reliable way of board removal, neither is he able to spam the board. Against Lim, similar to Shanks, Doffy will always win unless Lim includes a special tech against Doffy, being green 8-cost kit. Against Buggy, Doffy can easily rush Buggy down, especially when Buggy has to discard a card in order to activate the leader's effect. Against Robin, I don't think this matchup will be difficult as the banish doesn't really do much as Doffy plays a lot of 2k counter, including the recursion with Moria. Against Nika Luffy, I think the deck might be able to go 50-50 with Doffy, from playing Luffy Taro to playing Gecko Moria. This match might be slightly tough for Doffy. This might be a matchup for you to look out for. Finally, against Marshall D. Teach, it's a free win for Blue Doffy. So let me know in the comments if you want me to make a comprehensive guide for Blue Doffy post-ban list or once OPO9 is out. And that is all for this video, just a short one today. If you enjoyed my content, drop a like, subscribe, share it to your friends and leave a comment. Also follow me on Twitter or X for more One Piece card game content, and as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.